This makes you a better artist. Hi, I am Ayal from Practice Drawing This. Welcome to this podcast designed to listen to while drawing. A new book came out recently. The book is called Get the Picture and it is written by Bianca Bosker. It is a fantastic book about art and the art world. Bianca is a journalist who submerges herself in the New York art scene because she wants to understand modern art. She worked for galleries, museums, and an artist. The book offers a fascinating insight into the art world. I'll give a very high overview and will leave a lot out. For the whole experience, you need to read the book. It is really good. In the first part, she works for a gallery. The gallery owner teaches her that the value of a work of art is, supposedly, its context. That what matters is which academy the artist went to, and which gallery sells their art, and for how much their works are sold at auction, and which collectors collect their work. All that is not about the work itself. She ultimately finds that unsatisfying, and she keeps on looking. The second gallerist she works for teaches her that it is about the work. You become better at selling a work of art if you stay with the work itself. She forces herself to notice 5 things in each piece and discovers that it helps her sell the work of art. After that, she works for an artist, Julie Curtis, and there she really learns the value of seeing. If you've been drawing from observation for a while, forcing yourself to look at things really closely, you may have experienced what she experienced. The explosion of things she suddenly saw that she had never noticed before. If you, for example, really look at a white wall, you will notice that it actually contains a rich variety of colors, little patches of green and purple and such. That part wasn't that much of a revelation to me, but it was great to see how a writer was able to explain this to a bigger audience. She writes really well. When working as a guard at a museum, she had to stand guard at specific spots for 40 minutes. There, she forced herself to look at one work of art for a long time. And when she did that, she started noticing new things about it. She advises doing that at the museum, but she also advises you to then do that same thing with something outside the museum. If you look longer, you will start to see new things, even if you look at something as mundane as a hot dog stand, for example. When you slow down to really look, you start to notice so much more. Slow looking. There is even a book about it, Slow Looking by Shari Tishman, which I have yet to read, so I won't comment on it now. The Art of Noticing by Robert Walker also talks about slowing down and looking at something for a longer time so that you can start to notice things around you. It's the opposite of how we consume media on our phones. We doom scroll image after image and our brains become used to the instant dopamine hit, one after the other, every few seconds, and we cannot slow down. Our brain receives an enormous amount of information and it reduces that to symbols. Otherwise, we would have an information overload. If you, for example, see a lion, our brain reduces that to a predator symbol. And we know we have to run if we don't want to risk getting eaten. We don't notice how the light subtly reflects in the lion's fur, which colors emerge from that, how the color of the fur changes across the body. Yet, that is information we need to paint a lion realistically. If you are in the vicinity of a lion, then do allow your brain to reduce it to a symbol, of course, and run. But if you're not in a life-threatening situation, take the time to really notice how the things around you really look. Put down your phone and look around, better yet, sketch what you see around you. You tend to notice more while you're sketching something. Much of drawing happens between the ears. It is about seeing, really seeing what is in front of you. And if you slow down to really look, you see more and your art will be the better for it. Slow looking is what makes you a better artist. Take your time to really observe things before you start to draw and while you're drawing. Disable the part of your brain that reduces things to symbols and really start to see what is in front of you. Really notice what it looks like and draw that. I sometimes try to spend at least a few hours with just one reference image studying it, drawing it from observation and memory, looking, seeing where I deviated, and looking at what does or doesn't work, because deviating from the reference isn't necessarily bad. There are many seemingly mundane things around you, like the hot dog stand mentioned earlier, things that are very much worth studying, even for a few hours. In the book The Natural Way to Draw, Kimmo Nicolaides presents a drawing exercise which he calls the most important exercise in the book. It goes like this. When out and about during the day, when you see a scene you like, try to memorize it. For this, you have to look really carefully, of course, and then draw it from memory in 15 minutes or so the next day. This trains many things, but an important thing is that it forces you to see, to really see, to study what's in front of you, to look slowly and notice aspects you want to retain in order to be able to draw it the next day. Slow looking. Stop the rapid doom scrolling on social media. Put your mobile phone down. Don't run through a museum, but pick a few masterpieces and spend a longer time studying them. When you are outside somewhere, study the things you see around you. Try Bianca Bosker's idea and force yourself to notice at least 5 things. Say them out loud or write them down. Look at your own work for a bit longer and see what you notice. Note at least 5 things there too. Then try the same with other art. Slow down and look, really look. It will make you a better artist. Check out the Practice Drawing This website, where I host lots of drawing practice resources which you can't find anywhere else. Thank you for listening.